I call this meeting to order of the Madison County Election Commission. We will be opened with prayer. Commissioner Dickinson.
Lord, in July we celebrate the independence of our country, and we also recognize that in that great declaration, you were recognized as the creator and as the author of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Lord, please teach us to understand that the right to life involves the respect for all human persons who are created in your image. Please guide us to see that liberty is really the opportunity to carry out your will. And please also help us understand that in the pursuit of happiness, we should pursue not only our dreams, but help others achieve their dreams. Lord, in Leviticus, you asked us to proclaim liberty throughout the land. Lord, today we ask you not only to proclaim liberty, but also to seal the spirit of liberty in our hearts. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Amen.
Commissioner Lights.
Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have before us the minutes from our meeting of June the 9th. Everyone has had those circulated to them. And do I hear a motion about approval?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion approved. Okay. Our circuit clerk.
Okay, I don't have a whole lot for you this morning, but I do have the voter movement report. And 532 people, that move date is from 5/12/21 to 7/13/21, so I'll pass that down. You have here on the agenda the municipal update. So the obligation for the circuit court was to load the election for the city of Canton, which I.
Yes, if your mic is on.
It's on now. Got it? Okay, so the obligation for the city, for the for the circuit clerk on the municipal election was to load the election. That's something I have done. I have sent the reports to ES&S and notified Absolute to send the ballot proofs to the city of Canton, and that's my obligation. Also, our poll books, our new poll books that were ordered are in. They're in the basement. I've notified Bill Lowe that they're here, and they will be here. ES&S will be here at some point in time to calibrate them. But that's all I have for you, unless you have any questions.
Can we have a short training session with him? I don't think there's going to be much of a learning curve.
Yes.
But I would like him to do like he had done before, where we all could meet and just go through opening up one. So when they do their calibration, if we could participate with that, it would help us, because I think they'll be just slightly different. And perhaps he can help us project a manual or something that would have the steps, if they are any different than what we're presently doing.
Okay, I'll see him at the convention next week, and I will request that.
That sounds great. Thank
Right.
you.
Anything else?
Are they only the two ward elections on that?
Ward 2 and Ward 5.
Thank you. Okay. We have our request for purges in District 1,
28.
District 2,
38.
District 3, 28, District 4,
19.
District 5.
27.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion pass. And then we have some inactives. District 1,
13,
District 2,
9.
District 3, 4, District 4,
13.
District 5.
107.
All right, is there a motion?
So moved.
who's second?
Leroy.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Okay, do we have any old business from last month that we need to address today?
I think last month we did discuss the workday that we were going to do today, and we've rescheduled that. I'd like to submit a request that we try to schedule that for a weekend day if possible, if that works for everybody, just so the commission can focus on weekday activities that can only be accomplished on weekday activities on those days, and then clean the office on a weekend.
Well, I had already begun a little bit, and it seems to me I'm going to be able to do it, I think, during the week. And we plan to do a little bit of rearranging. The main thing I think we ought to all do is unpack our red bags that we have so that we can inventory the supplies we have on hand. And we will worry about the other logistics later, because we have suddenly developed a lot more activity and things that are keeping us busy.
Yes.
So I think we could postpone that work day as such, and if we could empty those red bags and have a central gathering point to know how many seals we have, because I don't want to have to be, and that's what Helen mentioned earlier this morning, was at the last minute ordering something that we're going to need to actually, because we could go ahead and pack those red bags for all that it's worth if we have the supplies.
Right.
Agreed.
And so I think that might be a good way if we did that, just kind of empty everything and put it in a central place. And whoever gets to it first can start a central place in the center desk that are lined in there between. And we can then calibrate how many we might need to have in addition for upcoming elections. So I like that idea, y'all.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Think that'll be good. All right, new business. I had put this on, and I would like to have input from y'all to see if you think this is feasible. My motive is to ask the Madison County Schools if their calendar in upcoming years, I don't think we've approached it quickly enough this year, but if they would do their teacher work days to correspond with our election dates, then it would be where we could use some of the schools. We're just getting desperate for precincts. And since the schools are county owned, to me it seems like it would make sense that we could have them operate as voting precincts for some of our areas. Now, some places don't have them. It's not going to ever take care of all of them, but I think we could, like there's some out in your area in District 2 that would definitely work. And I know there's
Right.
some in District 4
Right.
and some in 5 that would help us out where that we are just scrunched. We don't have a big enough or a HAVA compliant facility. So, Spence, what would be the best way from us, if I made that motion and if it was seconded, what should we do?
That sounds good, and I think having a sit-down discussion with the superintendent for Madison County and seeing what's possible would be a place to start. And like you said, I'm sure they've got this year locked in, but going forward, how do we do that?
Right, okay.
Pat, I think that's an outstanding idea. I just, I don't see why we shouldn't extend the opportunity to do this to the private schools as well. I mean, they can do or not do, but I think that
Sure.
they also ought to be invited to participate.
That would open a lot more schools in the area.
Right.
And even districts 4 and 5, I mean, you've got the county school districts, but districts 4 and 5 have Canton schools that they could
Canton
also
schools, that's right.
address the issue with.
Yeah. Well, why don't we say not the August meeting, but in September, let's all bring back a list of the schools that we feel that are in our district that wouldn't be possible locations, because that'd be the first thing to identify the schools. Mr. Lacy, you look like you had something to say.
Well, before you take it to that level, you need to visit with the superintendent, or I've already been through that.
Yes.
And until you get the approval of the superintendent, there's no need of you making any plans, because they put us out. Not this new superintendent, the
Right.
previous three did.
Yes.
So we need to have a conversation with this new superintendent. I mean, I had an opportunity to meet at my home school not long ago when we got a new principal, but the ideal of it is to have a conversation with her
Okay.
and to see is that something that they would revisit.
Okay.
And then you can go from there.
Okay, well, why don't we make it as a pending new business when we get to that point, and not put a time frame on it, because it's summertime and we all have different activities we're trying to get done. And but I think it would be something for us to explore. And Anita, would it be very complicated to give us like dates of those elections in, let's say, in 22?
I can,
From
sure.
23, if we had those dates before us, we could
Yes.
help, facilitate
I'll
like,
have them for you at the next meeting. I'll get
Okay.
them off the website. Sure.
okay. That way we can perhaps, move as a team in this direction maybe. And so, I think that would, I don't know, I'm getting where I don't have enough polling locations and for the size of the people. And thank goodness Madison County is growing and we're continuing to have new people move in. And so we want them to have an adequate place to vote.
And
Okay.
Ms. Pat, I think moving forward, you should include Mr. Shelton in on this, because that's what happened out there at the school on Yandere Road. So we need to include him in this conversation
Okay.
to go to the superintendents. I'm
Right.
telling you now, that's what you need to do, because he was instrumental in that other one, but they put us right back out.
Oh, yeah, they let us use it that one time in the summer.
So, I mean, if we have the conversation with him as well, and he'll do the reaching out.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Right.
Okay. Well, when I get the dates from Anita next month, I'll then go to him and tell him what we're looking at and thinking about, and then see what his idea is then. That sounds like a good plan. All right, is there anything else that y'all have for new business?
I mean, before we go any further, I mean, we can use the idea that the Canton Public School did allow us to go back in.
Right?
So we can use that as leverage.
That's good. That's good.
Yes.
Yes.
And to me, the scheduling, if they could be at a teacher work day or even just an off day, it would sure help us to have that Tuesday, And so I just had been thinking about that, and that's why I was bringing it to the group. All right, well, thank you. Do I hear anything else for new business? Okay. Mr. Spence?
Sure. So we had that hearing yesterday in that Canton election contest, and the only real ruling was that the show cause order involving y'all was lifted, so that's not an issue anymore, and that was covered, in the media too, which was good. And so the lawyers that are involved in that City of Canton election contest are working through some options to resolve that and get to a special election date to be determined. And so I'll keep you updated on that on the way. So
That's the article that was you sent to us.
Okay, good.
I printed it.
yeah, so that was the only real ruling yesterday, and then the lawyers for the different candidates for aldermen are talking today about how do we have a special election, and that, again, that date's to be determined. It's going to be after, probably in September sometime. So anyway, I'll keep you updated as I hear from them, and I'm getting an order to the court for him to sign to say that show cause order is lifted. So
Well, I have a question about that.
Sure.
This last sentence, it says that the elected officials to preside over the race. Is that correct or not correct?
The article?
Yes.
Let's see.
The first page.
Oh, the first page.
See that last sentence there before the,
Well, that was the,
Previous order.
the initial order that got it going.
Right.
But I think what the situation is now is that there's probably going to be a revised order, and so we're kind of wrestling through what it's going to look like, and it's really up to the parties for the lawyers for all. I mean, the lawyers for the alderman candidates are going to agree on what they can agree on and submit that to the court. So there'll probably be a new court order. That's a good question.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
the elections on page 2, it halfway down, it says would be on August the 17th. But yesterday I heard September.
Yeah, so that's been continued as they work through this, and so.
So that's not a hard and fast date.
Well, in fact, it's not going to be August 17th.
Okay.
Although there hadn't been a final order saying when it's going to be, because they're trying to figure out, I think what they want is to have 45 days for absentee voting. So once the new order is entered, I think the 45-day ticker will start, and then you pick the next Tuesday. So,
Okay.
yeah, good questions. What else? Anything?
Well, on another subject,
Okay.
Canton Public School District Attorney on the school board election, have you talked to them?
I was going to, and then I haven't, but I got it on my list. I'm glad you reminded me of that.
Okay, because
Yeah.
qualifying starts August the 4th.
And
August
so,
what?
4th.
just to make sure we're on the same page, so they're going to submit their, there's just that short window to qualify, and there is an election for that, that she's pointing out, this year. So they'll, need to turn in their qualifying papers, and that'll be on the ballot, in November. So, thank you.
Okay.
I got a couple other items too that, I just, we'll get to, we talked about it in the last meeting, and then this Canton election popped up. But I'll get to those, and I'll be in touch with you guys. And I might send emails and things, and because there's we've got a lot going on for an off election year, so
Yeah.
I'll follow up with you. All right, here's my.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Vince.
Do I hear a motion?
Move to pay Mr. Spence.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right. We are down to the comments from the commissioners. District 1,
None?
District 2,
None.
District 3. I attended the makeup class for ECAM, and it was very informative. Leroy, I've got your certificate in mine. I'm going to turn in upstairs since we're over here today. And did everyone else get theirs copied and turned in? That's what we need to do. They said they would be sending something to you, Anita, that would be,
Haven't received it yet, but yes, I'll be getting it.
okay.
I'll get it to you.
Okay. District 4,
No comment.
5,
Nothing really. Well, you attended the last conference the other week, so we got that behind us. And the makeup class supposed to be tomorrow with the Secretary of State for those that missed it all. Other than that, that's it.
Great.
all right.
A lot of good things happening.
Is there any other comment? Well, then I would have asked for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. We're adjourned.
I gotta go find my phone now. He's at home.
Let me see the
Phone. I know, he's at home, I was running out and thought about it when I got halfway down the highway and I said, I'm not turning
And who
around.
seconded?
Me.
I said, I'm not turning
Way to
around.
go, Lauren, you
They
seconded.
ain't used to have no phone nowhere. Yeah, that's what I said.
went perfectly
They used to have no phone nowhere, Mr. Dan, so. So I said, why
I
now?
don't know that I did, that's why I wanted to look at it.
We ain't said nothing out loud yet.
Yeah, and I'm just hoping that, what will happen is only one person qualifies for the, Canton School Board. And then we won't be.
We on live now.